Okay. Alright. I'm usually good at speaking in public. This is not public though. This is an actual camera. This is not live and real. It's sort of not live. Okay. Get that in there. Get the wave. Get it in there. Okay. As healthcare professionals, we have to free fall into well-being. I remember starting out nursing almost 10 years ago, starting out in cardiac critical care. And I was doing a 3-month orientation. I knew that it was going to be challenging, exhausting, overwhelming, exciting, all of these things, because there was so much to learn and so much critical thinking that I had to really get adjusted to. But my one reassurance was that this was something I was going to do with a friend of mine, and together we would make it through those hard days and those hard times. Halfway through the orientation, my friend came to me and said, "I'm not going to complete my orientation. Management has said that I'm unsafe to practice." And I remember feeling really shocked and surprised because I felt that my friend was very competent. Furthermore, I heard colleagues and even my own preceptors coming to me saying, "You need to be really careful, you need to watch out. People are actually saying that you may not make it through orientation either." And I remember thinking, oh my goodness, here I am, that I've moved, I'm a brand new nurse, I've moved thousands of miles across country, spent thousands of dollars, and I may not even keep my job, much less my career. It was a hard time. As healthcare professionals, there's an inherent need for us to feel valued. And sometimes this causes us to even compete against one another for that attention and recognition that we feel that we need. This can sometimes lead to a culture of distrust and fear. In nursing and medical schools, we do a really good job of focusing on clinical and technical acumen while falling short in promoting mindful and reflective practitioners. My name is Nicole, and I am the Executive Director of Nicole Health Group Incorporated, and it is our mission to intentionally promote well-being through mindful and reflective practice. Mindfulness is a state of active and open attention on the present. It is an unbiased and non-judgmental way of living in the now. When we live in the past or even focus on the future, we miss out on the peace and the freedom of living in the now. And reflection is equally important. It is a deliberate and focused attention of our actions and our thoughts to develop a more complete and engaging analysis of our experience. Without these, our patients fail to get a holistic experience. Burnout is rampant amongst healthcare professionals. A Thomson Reuters healthcare study showed that healthcare workers are generally sicker than the general population. And they spend 10% more on healthcare services and consume more of these services as well. Like any other symptoms of dis-ease, burnout is an indicator of an energy imbalance in the life of the afflicted individual. It is a message that we have to start living our life in a more fulfilling and balanced way. If the message is not heeded, then we progress towards cellular changes of organic disease. We have to let go and trust that we already have the resources that we need to make us well. Both as patient and provider, we are creative, resourceful, and whole. We are capable of managing ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. When we are mindful and reflective practitioners, we are free to focus and be aware. And this type of intent focus can leave us feeling mentally and physically refreshed. One mindful activity that I do each time I'm with my patients is to give each patient 5 minutes of undivided, mindful presence. That means that I engage with my patient and seek to find out what are their goals for the day, what is it that they would like to accomplish, and how can I merge that with the goals of the healthcare team. In this way, I feel that I have the opportunity to serve each one of my patients in a very unique and important way. And this brings a lot of great gratitude. When we are mindful and reflective practitioners, we are free to meet our fears, to take control, and to push past those dramatic roles that sometimes we see played out in rescuing and victims and persecuting. When we're mindful and reflective practitioners, we realize that we are free to create our own well-being experience, and that experience is unique to each and every one of us. And when we are mindful and reflective, we are unlimited in our ability to soar above some of the mundane activities and actions that we are engaged in on a day-to-day basis. We're free to live in the moment, which creates a more diverse and creative worldview of what's happening. We can appreciate ourselves, We can appreciate our patients even better. We are creative, we are resourceful, and we are whole. We have everything that we need in this moment. So I urge you to step out and take this leap, free fall into well-being.